on access to the National Vocational and Entrepreneurship Institute JOS, Plateau State, and for related purposes, HB 1186, JOS, Plateau State, and for related purposes, HB 1186, sponsored by Honorable Asama Ago, and Honorable Daniel.
My Chairman, honorable colleagues, I am deeply grateful for this opportunity to speak on this field. Chairman, sir, on a sentimental point, I've heard my people from the eastern part of the country speaking so firm about their capabilities in vocational and skills and all of that. From my understanding of the academic program of learning, possibly maybe they have had a lot. But us in the middle belt or in the central part of the country are struggling with this kind of technology. Because of that, Mr. Chairman, sir, I will plead that you allow for the people of Plateau State to speak, so that you will also hear from them the exact reason why I have to sponsor this deal. My name is Honorable Ambassador Daniel Asama, and I represent the people of BASSA JOS-NORTH constituency and from Plateau State. And Mr. Chair, I have my colleagues from Plateau here, that if you allow, they will tell you how dear and how important this deal is to speak. Thank you, Chair.
My name is Comrade Asama Ago, former General Secretary of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, with specific bias in research in the area of vocational education and entrepreneurship for about 22 years in the Polytechnic as a lecturer. And I'm from the constituency of Honorable Asama Ago. This bill to us is one that can be described as indispensable, considering the fact that vocational education has always been within the confine of the universities and polytechnics and even some of the monotechnics in Nigeria, just as an integral component of the general subject matter of theory among these institutions. The idea of this bill, for me, is important because it's the first time that we're having a deliberate attempt at ensuring that vocational education and entrepreneurship is given a specific attention for the purpose of developing manpower, skills, knowledge, and industrial habits that will ensure that a lot of our young people become employable in different sectors of our economy in the true sense of the word. The choice of this bill, citing a location in Plateau State, is one that is equally important because Plateau State is a miniature Nigeria and often described as the south of the north and north of the south. And as a result of that, the many skills that are being developed from the foundation, whether it is vocational education, whether it's technical education that Plateau State already have, these establishments of these particular institutions will ensure the streamlining of further education of these young people beyond that particular foundational level. And this will be important not just to the level of job creation, but it will also complement government's effort in terms of skills development, particularly in the area of development of hardware and equipment in the security sector. And this will be fundamental. In the area of agriculture, particularly mechanized agriculture, this bill is also very, very important. And this is specifically in the area of food security. If Nigeria had had these kind of technical skills, perhaps we wouldn't have been purchasing 2,000 tractors from Belarus, as was recently launched by Mr. President in Nigeria. I commend the sponsor of this bill, that is my honorable member, Honorable Daniel Asama, representing JOS-NORTH, BASSA Federal Constituency, for this ingenuity. And by extension, I commend the House of Representatives for even allowing it to get to this particular point, and that is a public hearing in the true sense of the word. My prayer at this point is to ensure that it is accepted and is scaled through and get the assent and established for the purpose of manpower development in those specific areas. Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of this honorable committee, permit me to ask for your permission to submit the synopsis of my presentation and observations about certain sections of the bill for further action to the Secretariat and also to the press. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
My colleague, of course, from the company has, of course, elaborated more agreed that he should present. But for the sake of privilege, I feel it's important to acknowledge and also emphasize that if anybody is talking about Nigeria, I want you to know that Nigeria is Plateau and Plateau is JOS. Why? Plateau, as he has stated clearly, is a miniature Nigeria. Call any tribe, we have them. We have artisans, and it has become a referral area for the maintenance of automobiles as well as tech equipment. So I want to know that please will appreciate that this bill be accepted wholeheartedly, not for the sake of just the people of just for the sake of Nigeria and of course for Africa. Thank you so much for this wonderful privilege, and I appreciate our member for the rigorous and wonderful work, especially in the presentation of so many bills that